The night air was thick with the chill of impending winter, each breath I took marking the cold and rasping clouds before me. The leaves whispered secrets in the wind, an ominous tapestry of sound that foreshadowed what was to come. I thrust my board forward, determined to conquer the half-pipe steel curve, each kick against the pavement a defiance against reason and an embrace of youthful invincibility. Or so I thought. As the wheels of my skateboard clattered against the metal, I felt a surge of adrenaline course through my veins, an intoxicating force propelling me towards the apex. But invincibility is a fragile illusion easily shattered. One miscalculation, a fleeting moment of lost balance, and I was airborne. The universe tilted on its axis, spinning me into a suspended abyss where time stretched and slowed. It was then, in that suspended chaos, that fear gripped me with a bone-chilling clarity. I could feel it like a living entity winding tightly around my chest, squeezing and whispering unforgiving truths into my ear. "This is it," my mind screamed, a panicked voice echoing against the chambers of denial. My body met the ground with a jarring impact, the crack reverberating through my skull like a thunderclap. Pain erupted, sharp and searing, until it ebbed away into a cold numbness that spread through my limbs. My breaths came shallow and ragged, the taste of copper dancing on my tongue. The cruel finality of mortality loomed over me, demanding my attention in those agonizing heartbeats. In those moments, as my vision faded to a vignette of shadows closing in, I had time to ponder the unfathomable, my grandmother's words intertwining with my thoughts. "Heaven is filled with mysteries," I heard her voice softly remind me, an ethereal echo in the cocoon of darkness drawing near. The irony was not lost on me. I, who had scoffed at such tales, now stood at the precipice of the ultimate mystery, death itself. Gradually, the edges of consciousness peeled away from me, like an old film reel flickering to black. With that last flutter of awareness, I surrendered into the arms of the unknown. My fears subsided, melting into an unexpected calmness as I felt an unfamiliar yet serene sensation, the release of my spirit from its earthly bindings. In that instant, I was everywhere and nowhere, suspended above the fractured ruin of my body. From this ethereal vantage, I gazed upon the chaotic flurry below, detached yet impossibly tethered. The streetlights cast a ghostly glow over the scene, illuminating figures rushing to my side, calling my name, a name that seemed both foreign and intimately mine. A quiet acceptance dawned, peace wrapping around me like a forgotten but welcome balm. The fear that had once choked my heart was replaced by a profound stillness, a sense of being drawn into something larger, a boundless tapestry of existence unraveling before me. The transition had begun, and with it, a fearless curiosity and acceptance of what lay ahead, propelling me forward through the tenuous veil that separates the seen from the unseen. I found myself drifting, untethered, through a labyrinth of light, each fragment pulsating with an unparalleled luminosity. It was as though the very essence of the cosmos had been distilled into this radiant expanse, vibrating with a vitality that spoke to every fiber of my forgotten self. The light did not just surround me, it embraced me, seeping into the crevices of my being, dissolving the fear that had clung to my soul moments before. Time held no dominion here. Each second, minute in, blurred into an eternal now, a living tapestry where past, present, and future coalesced in a harmonious dance. There was no body to hold me back, no gravity to pull me down, only the sensation of rising, of expanding, of becoming part of an infinite whole. I floated on currents of thought and energy, swept into the core of existence itself, and I understood, intuitively and utterly, the interconnectedness of all things. I could feel life's breath in every particle of light, an echo of creation's symphony reverberating through me. In this realm, I existed not as the fragmented soul of a boy lost in the throes of mortality, but as a note in a divine symphony, a singular melody among countless harmonies. The hues around me deepened, flowing and merging into colors beyond earthly perception, each shade promising tales and wisdom beyond comprehension. I felt the resonance of love and peace permeate through me, a tangible force that softened the edges of my skepticism, revealing to me the fragile beauty of human imperfection. Then, from the luminous mist, he emerged, an embodiment of compassion and truth that radiated warmth like the dawn of a new world. Jesus stood before me, and his smile was the key that unlocked depths of understanding I had never fathomed. His presence was unmistakably divine, yet deeply personal, as though he had known and loved me through every shadow and every light of my life. His eyes, shining with the power of 1,000 suns, met mine, and in them I saw both the blueprint of creation and the promise of eternity. It was here, beneath that loving gaze, that my doubts unraveled before me. The truth was not in the doctrine or the dogma, but in the simple, overwhelming love that poured from him and filled every corner of my soul. As I gazed upon him, memories of earthly life passed within me, each act, every choice, resonating with the simplicity and profundity of a life review that laid bare the tapestry of my existence. There was no judgment, only gentle insights etched in the fabric of compassion, revealing the limitless potential of love, even in its smallest acts. You have seen what could be lost. His words vibrated through me, not with sound, but with an unyielding clarity that spoke to the soul, and now you know what must be regained. The truth of his message rolled through me like thunderous waves, both terrifying and liberating. Each soul, I realized, held the key to a world transformed. The power to change, to heal and shine was buried in our grasps, shrouded by fear and neglect. I felt the urgency of his plea, not as a command, but as a loving nudge toward the awakened life each of us is capable of living. In the presence of such pure divinity, my skepticism melted away, leaving in its place a crystalline certainty that this wasn't just some imagined fragment of a brain hurtling toward death. This was real as love and hope and every beat of life thrumming through the universe. I was changed, my heart opened, my soul aligned with a purpose I could not yet articulate but understood fundamentally. And then, as if pulled by an unseen tide, I felt the call to return, a pull against my very essence. Reluctance gripped me. I didn't want to leave this breathtaking truth and love behind, but his gaze assured me, "You are needed. Tell them." With those words, the realm began to dissolve, a prismatic light receding as I drifted back. Embrace the mission, the love, the change. Carry it with you, I understood. And then, earthbound once more, I fell toward the familiar constraints of my physical form, reborn yet forever altered by the divine truths emblazoned upon my soul. In that boundless realm of light, as I floated amidst cosmic harmony, a profound understanding seeped into the marrow of my very essence. Each fiber of my being resonated with a symphony of eternal truths, ushering me ever closer to the heart of the divine mystery. The celestial colors were both a balm and a beacon, guiding me through a sensory tapestry that vibrated with warmth and an unspeakable peace. Time pulsated around me, a fluid cascade of experience without a beginning or end, each moment unfurling like petals in an infinite bloom. I drifted, weightless, feeling the echoes of everything I had once known and all that I was now witnessing. The clarity was dazzling, each revelation like a rush of wind stoking a dormant flame within me. And then, from that quilt of luminescence, he emerged, Jesus. His presence was undeniable, a radiant force of love and authority that both embraced and elevated my soul. As he approached, the realm seemed to intensify, every particle shimmering with the pulse of his energy. Emotions surged through me in waves, joy, awe, reverence, the convergence of feelings that I had never imagined could coexist with such harmony. His eyes locked onto mine, and in that moment I was stripped bare, exposed yet profoundly safe. They were eyes that had seen the birth of stars and the tumults of human hearts, and they now delved into the depths of my own soul, awakening a truth long obscured by my earthly doubts. A life review unfolded, not as a judgment, but as a gentle reflection of my journey, a mosaic of my choices and experiences. Memories unfurled like chapters written in threads of light, the mundane and miraculous interwoven in a narrative of quiet significance. I saw the faces of those I had loved, and even those I had wronged, each connection a part of the grand design. As the scenes passed, the message within them sharpened with painful clarity. Love is the thread holding the tapestry together. In every act, I understood the impact, ripples extending far beyond what could be perceived in a mortal span. A simple smile, a moment of kindness, the warmth of a shared gaze, each held the power to redeem the shadowed corners of our existence. The understanding was profound, yet tinged with urgency. A wave of knowing crashed over me, contoured by his silent voice. It was a message as tangible as any prophecy, resonating beyond the borders of language. You have glimpsed the depths of potential loss, he conveyed, the words woven in the very fabric of light enveloping us, and must now cherish what can be regained. The enormity of the truth he revealed was staggering, a beacon shining upon the potential of human evolution, if only we chose love over fear, unity over division. In that timeless space, I grasped the reality that redemption wasn't a far-off gift, but a choice immediately within reach. Our world, vibrant beneath its coat of shadows, begged for awakening. Conflicting emotions washed over me, fear of the monumental task and awe at the simplicity of its resolution. Love, the eternal answer long buried under layers of estrangement. Anxiety danced at the periphery of my consciousness. Could one voice, one heart, truly make such a difference? In his gaze, I found reassurance, a silent affirmation steeped in compassion and understanding. Every beat of my being aligned with a purpose rippling from his presence. Tell them, the unspoken plea echoed within me, a clarion call resounding through my heart. It was both an invitation and a directive, a mission forged in the fire of divine love. My heart ached with longing as I realized I had to leave this realm of transcendent beauty. Reluctance warred with resolve. I could have remained in this state forever. Yet his loving assurance anchored me, pushing against the tide of desire to stay. The mission was clear, the path illuminated by his unwavering presence. With a final embrace of light and love, I felt myself drawn back like the tide receding from a transcendental shore, the prismatic brilliance gently fading, leaving indelible patterns of revelation tattooed upon my soul. As I fell backwards into the borders of my earthly form, I carried with me a promise to bear witness to the love and light that could transform our world. The boundaries of this grand vision softened, and I was drawn toward the familiar confines of my body once more. Although the celestial chorus dimmed, its profound notes struck a lasting chord within me, the essence of his message imprinted on my soul. Earthbound yet forever changed, I returned, now a vessel of divine truth, ready to share the message that brimmed within me. The hospital room buzzed with the sterile hum of machines, a sharp contrast to the ethereal symphony that still lingered just beyond my grasp. I awoke with a start, my chest heaving, the stark whiteness of the ceiling pressing down like a resurgence of harsh reality, a jarring re-entry after the limitless expanse of the divine. I stared at my trembling hands, now tethered to familiar flesh that felt strangely alien, bearing the weight of mortal limitations that seemed almost absurd against my recent memories. In these early moments, I felt as if balancing on the precipice between worlds, each breath a bridge tethering me to the earthly realm. Panic nipped at the edges of my consciousness, but a steady resolve, woven from a tapestry of divine encounter, held firm within my heart. The memories were more than vivid recollections. They were a living essence, coursing like an electric current through every vein. The doctor's voice floated in like distant thunder. "It's incredible you pulled through," he was saying, his tone tinged with both astonishment and skepticism, as if questioning the stability of my cognitive presence more than my physical recovery. Little did he know, my mind was ablaze with the entire universe's secrets, truths imprinted like starlight seared onto the canvas of a shadow-strewn night. Despite the cacophony of medical activity, every moment felt suspended, distilled in the aftermath of a divine epiphany. Internally, a silent dialogue wove its way through my consciousness, each thought a ripple on the tranquil pond of my new understanding. How could I make them see? Convey words that were never spoken, feelings that transcended expression, layers of joy intertwined with the fearsome gravity of what lay ahead for humanity. Days slipped by in a blur, my body healing faster than anticipated, drive ignited by the mission I now held sacred. Yet outside the quiet sanctum of my thoughts, doubt loomed like a specter. In the solitude of night, when the rhythmic beep of monitors lulled the world into a slumbering state, I wrestled with the correct articulation of a truth so profound it defied language. Could I truly communicate the urgency of his message, etched in celestial fire upon my heart? I recalled those unfathomable moments in his presence, the eyes that saw through time, the silent plea he'd imprinted on my soul. Tell them, his words resounded, profound in their simplicity, like the imminent crack of dawn breaking upon an expectant horizon. This clarity fueled me, yet real doubt clashed with spiritual certainty. I was but a boy, my voice perhaps merely a whisper amid the roar of indifference lurking in our world. The images from that boundless realm unfurled in my mind's eye whenever I lingered in stillness. I could see it, a transformed earth, shadows banished by the collective illumination of pure, relentless love. In this vision lay potential far beyond my understanding, yet each time it unfurled, I felt a deep, soul-quenching peace even amid the creeping shadows of fear. Releasing a slow breath, I allowed the memories to unfurl once more. I leaned into the presence I now knew would never leave me, his essence an intricate chorus humming beneath every heartbeat. Each day, piecing together the fragments of that divine message felt like crafting a melody in a new and unfamiliar key, yet one that resonantly called for the harmony of humanity. Back in the world, not yet fully a part of either the spiritual or the earthly, I navigated conversations with tentative grace, a messenger unsure of the language yet unyielding in resolve. My family listened, their eyes reflecting a kaleidoscope of emotions as I spoke. I fumbled, stumbled on words as cumbersome and inadequate as stones, yet beneath the surface, each phrase carried tidal forces, years, nay, eternities of relentless love seeking expression. In the weeks that followed, skepticism was my constant companion, shadowing every earnest declaration. Even those closest to me teetered between belief and incredulity, the human penchant for doubt often stronger than the beacon of truth I'd hoped to ignite. At times, bewilderment settled around me like dense fog. Would anyone truly understand? Yet deep within, an unyielding flame flickered, a sacred ember, promising me that even a single spark had the power to shift lost souls toward awakening. His light was my compass, his love my shield. Guided by that eternal beacon, I found solace in knowing that my mission was not predicated on immediate acceptance, but on the steady unfolding of compassion, patient and enduring as the stars. And so each day I walked the line between doubt and hope, a pilgrim on a journey of sacred echoes. Each story told and each expression shared was like casting seeds upon the soil of human hearts, trusting that someday, beneath the weight of heavenly whispers, they would take root, growing into a forest of boundless love. In the quiet recesses of my soul, I heard his call, unwavering as it echoed through the cosmos. Tell them. And with every breath, I answered, determined that even through whispers, revolution was possible. For love was the mystery, the key, and the message, and I carried it forward, each trembling step a testament to the power of belief reborn.